Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. Private research firm Rhodium Group says China only has $28 billion directly invested in the United States, but that could explode to up to $400 billion by 2020. China owns more than $1.2 trillion in U.S. Treasuries, helping to keep interest rates low and buoying the value of the dollar. But cities and states are looking for a more direct boost into local industries. Bloomberg News reports that the Obama administration is playing a role to help smooth the way for China's investment dollars. The two sides are working on a bilateral investment treaty that could bring more of China's money into America with increased access for U.S.-based companies who want to do business in China. U.S. Treasury Secretary Jacob Lew said an agreement would be a significant breakthrough. After the China-U.S. strategic and economic dialogue in July, the bilateral investment treaty appears to be closer to becoming a reality. The treaty would reportedly open up 100 sectors for investment, including ones largely closed to foreign investors in China, like financial services. Ian Bremmer, president of political risk consultancy, the Eurasia Group, said it's very important that the U.S. develop clear rules of the road. For the first time, the two countries also agreed to negotiate a national treatment and a negative list. National treatment means that foreign investors are guaranteed the same treatment by a state as its own nationals even before the investors have entered the country. This is said to help lower the risk of operating abroad. Contrary to a positive list that specifies what foreign investors can do, a negative list details what they cannot do, meaning everything else is possible. China currently treats foreign firms on the basis of a positive list and case-by-case approval. Currently, there is no reliable channel for legal disputes, so pre-establishment treatment and a negative list are said to be groundbreaking and would give U.S. investors significant advantage over others. But experts also warn against unrealistic expectations, with a host of challenges before an investment treaty could be signed. Many say the biggest obstacle is domestic politics in both countries. Derek Scissors, a research fellow at the Heritage Foundation, said there was a level of discomfort in both countries when a national brand was taken over. Scissors cited China's rejection of Coca-Cola's $2.4 billion bid for Rhodium in 2009 and the current opposition to Shuanghui's acquisition of Smithfield, America's largest pork producer. The South China Morning Post says even without a treaty and without access to strategic industries, U.S. firms had been able to invest $70 billion in China by May this year, compared with about $20 billion of Chinese FDI into the U.S. Scissors said private investment accounted for about 11% of all Chinese investment in the U.S., up from around 4% in 2010. In the past, when some sectors of the U.S. economy were declared off limits, China described America's actions to stunt their growth and development as stepmotherly. If the bilateral investment treaty is signed, perhaps the relationship will be more like a sibling rivalry, with intense competition to win the affection of consumers around the world. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network. We'll be right back with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.